What's happening, good people? I got another little practice mini amp type thing coming at you from those lovely people from Melonare. You may have seen this featured on some other channels already, and so kindly they reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to check it out, and I said, yeah, sure, why not? So they didn't tell me how to say anything. I know I keep on saying that, and I know I keep on saying that too. So, but yeah, we already unboxed this just because, hey, it's got to be charged up. It didn't take too long, but we'll give you all the specs. I think it's like a 7-hour battery charge, all that good stuff. So yeah, no fancy trick photography, trick videoing or anything like that. We're just gonna use, actually, I'll take the lapel mic and put it on over here. And these amps, typically they have your typical, your volume, your gain, and then your tone. And the tone, for the most part, really isn't, in my mind, for these small things, of actually like dialing in like different types of tones for your guitar. I equate it to like trying to dial in your guitar itself. So it's not, to me, you get it just right and then that's it. Like, it's not gonna work in, you know, high end and low end, things like that. It's really just like to tailor the amp to sound for each guitar. So like, if you're gonna put it at noon, it may sound good with humbuckers, and it may not sound so good with single coils. To me, that's really what the tone is for. This is different than any of the other smaller style amps, and I actually started playing them the other day just to kind of get my ear back into them, because I haven't played them in a while. And you should check out, there's a whole bunch of videos on the ones that we've done so far. But this one has a built-in drum looper with, I believe, 30 different drum loops. It has a tap tempo and dials it in, but this also has reverb, which none of those do. So that's really cool. Has a aux in and a headphone out, which I believe makes it silent, and we'll check that out in a little bit. Said I haven't checked out, seen, I believe Lester Mitchell dropped a video not too long ago on it, and I watched his. Definitely sounded really good. But I try to not read the instructions or find out too much about the product, just to see how easy it is to use. So you have your volume right here. Here's the white noise from it. Not too bad. And that was in the overdrive. Clean is a little bit quieter. And that was with the gain almost all the way up. We're gonna start off with everything at noon. The actual drum loop, you're just gonna hit the button here to engage it, and it starts right off the bat. And I believe it's the last tempo that you had it saved at. To adjust the tempo, it's basically a tap tempo. And slow it down. To change the volume, you're going to hit the knob that's for the reverb and highlight it so it's red. And you make it as loud or as low as you want. To change the actual drum type, the 30 different patterns, you want to hit the reverb button again, and it'll light it up green, and then you just tune it like that. Then once it's not highlighted, no matter what you do to this knob, it should just affect the reverb. To turn it off, just hold it down. That's pretty much it. It wasn't too hard to figure out, and I just did that, right now. So I'm gonna plug in, do single coils. I'm gonna take the lapel mic and actually kind of put it in line with it, so you'll be able to see it. So that's I think the best way, because you throw like an SM57 in a thing. This is really just kind of like the camera phone mic equivalent. It's just that the camera phone mic is facing that way with that, if this wasn't plugged in. So all right, so we got the microphone actually pointed this way, so it's still the lapel mic. It's on top of the camera right now, It's less than the guitar's distance away. But putting it right here, the loudness of the amp, even at the 9 o'clock position, was clipping on the meter. So right now we're at the noon position, and max with single coils, it won't get into the clipping territory. So and that's with the gain at noon. So when we give it more gain too, we'll just check it out. But here we're at everything at noon. So I backed the tone back down to about the I'd say 10 o'clock position. The drive is maxed out all the way, and we'll start giving the volume, and we'll boost it up. And the reverb, I don't know if the mic is picking it up, but definitely it's a nice little touch to have some reverb. Increase the volume. See, this is maxed. Check that to make sure. Oh, I couldn't actually believe it. I thought that we'd be clipping, because it is definitely loud. Does not have to be that loud. If you're using a cable, you're probably not going to have this thing too far away from you anyway, so you definitely back that down. I mean, the noon position is just fine for so it definitely has a lot of volume. You probably have to back things back down, so move the gain back down to the noon position, kick in the drive. Again, just a little tweaking sounds much better. You have to kind of dial it in a little bit, give it a little more gain now. Might have to adjust the tone a little bit. The drive, I mean, definitely sounds a lot better than in those other affordable amps. And I'm just gonna check out the headphones real quick. You're obviously not gonna be able to hear it. All right, so with the headphones engaged, there's actually nothing coming out, so it's good for silent practicing. See, it's the headphones work just fine, really clear. Obviously, you can't really show that to you, but the max volume is not ear blistering, so it's not going to get too loud. So if you do have hearing issues, that might be actually the only issue about it. But we can get some humbuckers too and see how this thing sounds. All right, so we got some Seymour Duncans in here, some humbuckers, and truth be told, the amp, the max we can probably get this in any the clean or the drive with the volume is about the 2 o'clock position. Anything more with the gain fully all the way up, it just goes into clipping territory. So that's just for mic purposes, but for in the room, I'll let you know like how far I can get until where it sounds kind of icky. Well, I mean, in the room, probably I would say no more past 3 o'clock on the volume whatsoever for any level of the gain. And yeah, I mean, it's at that point it's too loud to the ear. So I mean, you dial it back. Turn it back to you. I think noon, perfectly fine for the volume. Gain dimed all the way up. Tone right in the middle for these pickups. And I mean, from just dabbling a little bit with the other ones, and you know what? Probably might even just do a shootout with them. I have one from Flatson's, Stritch, and Joyo. And the Joyo one actually kind of looks like this. But I would say clarity-wise, gain-wise, this one's definitely a winner out of all of them. With a reverb and the built-in drum track might be something that you might be looking at. If you want to get one of these, there'll be a link down below in the description. Yeah, let me know what you thought about it. You've all been a fantastic audience, and as always, stay tuned.